It's the Rush Utah High School Sports every day. Here we go. 2 nights ago, Raiden Hunt at the plate. Extra innings against Crimson Cliffs. You've all seen it by now. Here we go, Raiden. Booyah! Copyright. Hits it deep. Way to go, Raiden. He's hitting 384 on the year. Mr. Clutch, another walk-off for Pineview against a great opponent. Here's Raiden telling us about that moment.
What's up, Andy? Thanks for having me on. And so I came up in the bottom of the 8th, one runner on first base, and I knew, Crimson's a good team, and they had a good pitcher on the mound, just throwing hard, and my whole focus up there was see fastball and just hit the fastball. So I go up there, fouled 2 off, see ball 1, and then I see a fastball come. It was perfect pitch, middle, and I just swing and hit it over center field. But in my mind, center field's deep at Pineview, so my whole mind was just sprint because, it might hit that tall fence, but didn't. Ran around the bases, kind of blacked out during the celly, and celebrated with my team. And then in the postseason, our whole team swinging the bat really well right now. Me, Porter, Parker, we're hitting home runs. Everyone's getting on base. We're seeing the ball well, hitting the ball well, not making a lot of defensive errors. If we can continue this during the postseason, I can see us going pretty far.
If you look at Pineview, Larry, Tristan Sylvester's been great. 6 of his 8 starts, he's given up 1 earned run or less. He's 3-to-1 K to walk ratio this year, so he's a stud you can rely on, a horse that can get you through the bracket. Poe Campbell, 16 extra base hits this year, stuffs the box in almost every offensive category. Nobody hotter than Parker Heath right now, the way he's swinging the bat, hitting it deep, going into the playoffs. Ryan DeWitt is on a 7-game hit streak for Pineview. So they're cooking. They're playing really good ball. They split with everybody in Region 9 this year except for Snow Canyon. So they've got to be feeling pretty good. Coach Walker's doing a great job over there. And I think, them and several other Region 9 teams are going to have a chance to make deep runs into the playoffs this year. You Region 9 parents, support AWP Appliance Wholesalers Plus. They've been supporting Region 9 athletes for over 25 years. Keep your athletes' pants pristine white all the way through the playoffs. They got the best washers on the market at wholesale prices at AWP. Larry, we're looking at offenses who have put up the most runs this year. Let's go classification by classification here. 2A Beaver, 246 runs. That's the tops in the state, the Beavers. Grantsville in 3A, 201 runs. Desert Hills in 4A, 240. Westfield in 5A, 209. And Davis in 6A at 235. Those upper classification teams will have more. They still got a couple regular season series to finish off, so they'll have more opportunities to add to their totals. Let's go up to Cyprus. Cypress Pirates have outscored their opponents 68-6 in their last 5 games. They're led by Brody Densley, who's hitting 446 on the year. He's got a bunch of home runs, 9 doubles on the year. How about Rene Hidalgo? He's up around 400 as well, with about 10 extra base hits on the season. Reiner Hidalgo, 489 on the year, hitting the cover off the ball. He's been awesome. We talked with Brody Densley about the Pirates season so far.
Yeah, I like how we come together more as a team this year, kind of playing more for the team and for each other more consistently. Then it's just the grind in the fall to get you ready for playoffs and the season. It's just a grind in the fall. Get yourself mentally and physically prepared. That way, in the back half of the season, you're ready. And we've had a couple freshmen and underclassmen really get it done this year, in the likes of Noiker Velasquez, Braxton Valencia, and Luciano Diaz. They've really stepped up this year, and they're good kids, good ball players, and excited to see what the future holds for them.
How about Luciano Diaz, a 9th grader, is 6-0 on the mound with a 0.4 ERA, Larry. Another freshman, Neuker Velasquez, is hitting 508. He's in ninth grade. When I was his age, I was in coach pitch. He's hitting over 500 in varsity baseball. Cyprus is having an awesome year. All right, we're going to South Sevier. They have won 4 out of their last 5 games. How about Houston Blake, everybody? Holy cow, 7 multi-hit games this year. He never strikes out, ever. 2 strikeouts all year. He's got 3 triples and leading the Rams to a successful season. They're hoping to make a run in the tournament. We'll see where they get seeded. But Houston Blake putting the barrel on the ball over and over again for South Sevier this year. Also watch out for Cannon Barney. He's got 9 doubles. Gus Ingram, just a sophomore. He leads him in RBI with 21 this season. So playing good baseball down the stretch, heading into the playoffs. We'll see how far the Rams can go in the postseason. We caught up with Snow Canyon slugger Talan Hansen on senior night for Snow Canyon. They're having a historic year offensively. He's been a big part of that. 7 home runs, 26 ribbies. He hit a bomb against Cedar most recently. Here he is talking about the season so far with this special group of seniors.
What up, Andy? Thanks for the shout out. Obviously, we're just rolling right now. We're swinging the bat good. We're having some fun. We just got to keep it going into state. We got to keep the same mindset. Shout out Cade Kelch, Trayvon. They're having amazing seasons right now. Obviously, we lost Logan Ross. He broke his hand, but we're still going to get it done in state. We're going to do it for him, do it for ourselves.
All right, the last player we're focusing on today is Charlie Zitterman, who is hitting a whopping 370 this year and slugging 760. He wants to go to state this year, it looks like. All right. Welcome back. It's The Rush. Thanks for being with us. We're thrilled because we've got one of the best programs in the state. Any sport on the program right now. And Bear River Girls Lacrosse, we've got 3 of their stars. Brooklyn Briel. How's it going, Brooklyn?
Good. How are you?
Thanks for being here. We've got Mollie Call, who I think has 80 goals this year. How's it going, Mollie?
Good.
And then Jeanine Webb. How's it going, Jeanine?
Doing really good.
Jeanine, let's start with you. Tell me about the season so far, kind of a state of the union for the program. You guys are unbeaten again this year so far. What's really clicking for this group as a team?
I feel like since we did all the work outside of lacrosse, we did team bonding together. So once we hit that field, it just was like we were connecting and having fun out there as just friends, not just as teammates.
Awesome. Would you agree with that assessment, Mollie?
Yeah, I agree. I think putting the work in outside of lacrosse helps us build team chemistry and find the fire when we're on the field and be able to play with joy. So we're not doing it because we have to. We're doing it because we love the sport. Awesome.
Love that. Let's go to Brooklyn. Tell me about the chemistry you have with this group. I mean, you guys haven't had a lot of close games this year. Your scoring ability has been tremendous, but I guess just tell me about the chemistry, getting, scoring all these goals and winning by large margins this year with these 2.
Yeah. A lot of these girls that we've played with throughout the years, we've played in different sports with them, I guess. And we've kind of just developed over time into a really good team, and we do work really well together, and it's something we practice every day, and it's gotten us to a good place.
And then what's going on up there? What's the secret sauce to this program? Jeanine, I'll ask you this. Like I said at the beginning, one of the most, if not the most dominant individual program in really any sport right now in the state. I don't know the last time you guys have lost a game. What is it about this program and that has just had this sustained success year after year, do you think?
We stick to a standard, and once we hit that standard, we stay to that standard, and we don't go lower than that standard.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. I mean, and 2 of you guys are sophomores. I guess tell me about, Mollie, tell me about kind of living up to this tradition, even as an underclassman, just coming in and kind of picking up where they left off.
Yeah, definitely there's a legacy to fill here. I mean, we've had great players in Bear River in the past, And we've honestly been training since we were young, since we were in like club together and stuff. So we've been ready.
And then Brooklyn, maybe give me a couple names of some players that you think are maybe a little underrated. You guys have a bunch of stars in this group who have a ton of goals and assists and stuff like that. Give me a name or two. I might ask everybody this question, so be prepared with an answer here of somebody who's like maybe a underrated X factor or kind of a glue player who does some stuff that doesn't show up in the stats or something like that that their game impresses you. What do you think?
Oh, that's a good question. I think our defenders a lot of the time, because you don't see their stats show up anywhere.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they're the ones stopping the ball when it comes down the field. They're preventing the other team from scoring. I think they definitely deserve a little more.
Yeah.
Excellent. You agree with that, Jeanine? Does somebody come to mind for you?
The defenders and also just the midfielders, because they have to do defense and like the mid and the attack. That's just really hard work, and I think that deserves a lot of recognition.
And they just push it up to you guys, and you bing, bang, boom, put the biscuit in the basket. And yeah, that's Mollie, you got 80 goals this year. What would you, if you were teaching a class or a camp, let's say to young lacrosse players, what is a piece of advice you would give somebody who wanted to develop themselves into being a great goal scorer like you?
Honestly, what me and the coaches have been working on is like finding the open space, like not cutting into traffic at the wrong time, and just being able to kind of have the field sense to know when is a good time to cut, what other plays are happening on the field, and like what other stuff is going on.
Excellent. Excellent. Who's your guys' next game against?
Skyview.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Well, Bear River, thank you guys so much for making time for the rush. That's Brooklyn, Briel, Mollie Call, Jeanine, Webb, 3 of the stars on this team are currently unbeaten and beating people by, 10 plus points most games. Thank you so much for joining us. Good luck the rest of the way, and we will be following you all the way through.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
All right, quick break. We'll be back. More Rush right after this. Send us your highlights, Andy at therushutah.com or anywhere on social media at The Rush Utah. We do it every day. It's The Rush Utah, high school sports every day.